So I wanted to play with Rhett with some Spanish walk under saddle. He's never done Spanish walk under saddle. You've seen in the same video, or the same day, but the earlier video, where he does know how to do Spanish walk pretty solidly on the ground on cue, and he's doing right now about 4 or 5 steps. So he does know how to do it on the ground. He's never done it under saddle. So I was going to try to just do it from the mounting block here. So I'm standing on the block and I'm cueing him on that leg that's closest to me. Unfortunately, I should have flipped it the other round so the camera's other way around so the camera could see. But I was asking him to do the Spanish walk from the mounting block, and his cue is a tap with the dressage whip behind that like right front like elbow basically. So you probably should be able to see it from here. Um, but it was just that intermediate step from the ground to the back. That's what we're working on now. So I'm going to stand up here and then I'm going to cue him. There we go. Spanish walk. Click and reward. And I think again, because he seems a little bit anxious about the food, that I'm using a little bit too high of a value, but this is kind of the process that I would use to teach the Spanish walk. It's not perfect, but this is a process I would use because I don't want him like super excited about it, but this is what I would do. So I think right now I was asking for him to pick up that opposite leg with the whip on that right side. That's why I was leaning over. So he started pass toward me really nicely. And I think I got that outside leg. I was talking about something else. Then now I'm going to try it from his back, and we're just going to kind of mess with it. So I'm going to ask with my foot, you can kind of see there, and then I'm going to tap with my whip, and then he picked it up right away, and that was perfect. So it's just that transition from the ground. So if I have whatever cue I have on the ground, in this case tapping behind the elbow, try it from the block and then from the saddle. So again, I'm tapping with my left foot behind his leg here, and then he picked it up. I'm going to click and reinforce. Not as big of a try as that last time. I probably could have used my dressage whip a little bit sooner. Before, like, because I think I kept tapping with my foot a little bit long. So tapping with my foot, tapping with my whip, there we go. And then reinforce. So something that he already knows, that cue. So to teach a cue, especially with negative reinforcement, it's going to be that my foot and then the old cue and then the behavior. So new cue, old cue, then the behavior. That's how it's going to work. So then he'll just be going off of that new cue. So he's kind of lifting up his feet there, kind of anticipating it a little bit, and that's fine too in the beginning because I want him to anticipate that. I want him to think, oh, this is what I want, and then I can put that on cue and then use it that way. So I think I'm asking for that right leg now. You just can't see it on the camera. I'm asking for that right leg. He kind of lifts it up there. He's kind of backing up. There he goes. Kind of lifts it up. I should reinforce both of those because it's not going to be perfect. And now I kind of have him backing up and picking up that leg. So he's just confused because I waited too long there. There he goes. He's got it. I waited too long to reinforce, and so then he's offering me something else. He's offering me the backup as well, because he does have a leg cue to back up, so I think he's just confused and trying to offer me other things because I'm not being super clear with him, even though he's being successful at this. So I'm trying to ask him to just do the Spanish walk. He decides to walk off. I'm just going to kind of bend him a little bit here and be like, no, we're not going to do that because I just got on and don't have reins. I just have that one lead rope, so I'm just going to ask him to stop here. And we'll wait until he stops. So definitely, I would have, going back, done a lot more planning, probably worn a helmet, probably not sat on bareback and used 2 reins because now he's just confused. I didn't reward him fast enough. So like that right leg, he was trying really hard with that right leg, and I was like waiting for more, which is a thing that you get in the habit of doing with negative reinforcement. But if you don't continue kind of rewarding on that path to the behavior you want with positive reinforcement, they can get frustrated and then just quit or try and do a completely different behavior altogether because I think that's not the right answer. So I'm asking for that left front leg. There we go. We got it. So I need to reinforce that and be very specific. And really, at this point, I probably should just ask for that one leg a few times and then ask for that other leg a few times and be done. I was thinking, oh, I'm going to do left leg and then right leg and then left, like he's walking right away. And that was kind of that one me to think. So I'm asking for that right leg and he's got it. So that was really perfect. Like, really, that was more than I needed to ask him for, and he figured it out pretty well, even though my cues were very blurry and messy, but he got it. So definitely more preparation, but that kind of gives you an idea of how I did it. It wasn't perfect, and he still figured it out. So